Hi, Diana. I'm Travis. Nice to meet you. Thanks for sending these videos. I didn't get to watch all the WOD-proof ones because you have to have the app, and I couldn't pull the links out individually, but I did watch one of them. I don't think I need to see all of them if they're all bar muscle-ups. I watched your handstand walk video. I've got you some advice on that one. And so I've got these three videos here. I cropped them so they kind of go all one next to the next one. There's one, there's two, and three. Okay, so what I'm seeing is a lot of similarities in between all of these, and so I just kind of want to go over what I would suggest. Now, I've never worked with anybody who's only got one leg, so lower body weight distribution to upper body weight and how you produce drive from the swing might be a little bit different, but I don't think so. The only thing I could imagine is just you have less lower body weight. So just pretend instead of having one leg, you've got two skinnier legs. So you have less lower body weight. The only other thing is maybe when you're kipping up that since you're kipping with one leg, that it's going to drive that shoulder over first. That kind of happens when people are doing bar muscle ups and they have one leg that's kipping more efficiently than the other one. That shoulder typically goes over the bar first, which causes a chicken wing. And you have a little bit of a chicken wing. It looks like you'd like to let your left shoulder, I think, go over a little bit early. All things aside, I don't think that there's much as far as physics is concerned that's going to be different. So I just want to kind of go over some of this stuff and what I would recommend, and you can try it and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't, but that's okay. At least you're trying something different. First thing, when you jump, I typically would recommend that somebody tries to get the biggest jump that they can or get a swing before their first bar muscle up. You may consider working on what I call the underswing, which gives you a bit of a swing before you actually start. I recommend this for people that are short or they go to competitions and the bar is really high, so they have to climb up and get on a box or something in order to get up to the bar. And so just getting a little bit of a preliminary swing tends to help, so you don't have to work so hard for that first muscle up. Basically, if the first one's hard, you're going to have less reps unbroken come the end. So we just want to try to invest time in the right spots, time and energy in the right spots to make the first muscle up easy, and then try to continue that trend until all these easy muscle ups eventually run out of energy. Okay, so a lot of talking. Sorry about that. Already 3 minutes in. All right, so you jump up. I would recommend swinging your arms. You don't have a lot of distance between your hips and the bar here, and so I'm going to draw on my screen. Your hips are here. Here's the bar. So if I draw a vertical line here, this is about how far that your hips are going to expect to gain speed as they start swinging. And think of your hips as a pendulum. And with a pendulum, you would typically want to have a straight line from here down. And it looks like you've got a little bit of a bend in your shoulders. So I would recommend you try to put your chest down toward the floor a little bit more. And if you can, push your bum backward a little bit. It's just going to help get a little bit more forward swing into this, so you don't have to pull so hard with your upper body when you start swinging. All right, so the other part, you're lifting your foot really high, and because your foot goes high, it's going to stretch you out here. And this does work. A lot of athletes do this. A lot of upper body dominant athletes do this. Because you're stretched your body on the front side of the bar here, and where I would typically recommend, let me pick a nice color here. Let's go blue. I would actually recommend your body go straight beneath the bar like this. So your hips were back here, and now they're here, and then they carry you forward. By pointing your feet out further like you're doing here, you're going to have to do a faster kip. So from here, you're going to only have a certain amount of time in that position, and then get back. So looking at the difference between the two stretch positions, you've got the first one here, that's one, and then the second one here. Almost the exact same location, which means that you have to move fast. So this arch position here, you're really having to load up by pushing the shoulders forward quite a bit. And I'm actually not a big fan of this. I want less stretch in the shoulders and to have the hips swing out further. So you can see when your head is down like this, let me move my head. Your head's down like this, it's over your hips, right? And so this doesn't give your hips a lot of extra swing, but if you look backward toward the bar, sorry, I turned this into a mess a bit, so let's get rid of that. So if you look actually like you're looking up this way, here's your hair, and then your arms would be here, your hips would actually come out here a bit more, and we would kind of want the legs down here, leg. Okay, so just like that. And now because the hips are out further, they're going to have more momentum swinging back beneath the bar, and that's going to help you kip up so you don't have to pull so hard. So the first recommendation, just so you know, jump, get a big swing, arms up, and arms swing so you can get up higher, chest toward the floor. That's the first tip. If you can get your hips back here further and keep the front foot low, that'd be great, kind of like this position. And then try to stretch beneath the bar. This is all so you can do it the easiest way possible. And then when you're in the forward swing here, trying to look up, I would actually try to look toward the bar. All right, so all of that being said, let's go here. So here, your head's forward, right? And I look for a 30-degree angle here. That's 15 to 20 degrees in that angle. So if we can, like I said, increase that amount of swing so your body is actually out here a little bit more, that'd be great. Whatever, not that big of a deal. And knees. So you're doing a straight leg approach. A lot of people do this because it's gymnastics. I don't like the straight legs because the straight legs require a lot of kip power, and typically wherever your knees are, like we'll say that your knee is right here. I didn't watch this, so we'll see if it's true. So if you kind of watch where your knee is, when you kip up, let's see. That's where you started kipping. So your knee won't really gain height or lose height, and you can see your foot comes down too. So anything that starts dropping, like your foot here, it's going to continue to want to go down with gravity. We don't want your foot to drop. We want to get your knees into position here. There's a lot of things that I would actually change about this shape. Sorry, it's hard to... Come on. Right here. Right about there. So in this shape, I call this the air chair position. And because I want the shoulders back, I want the hips kind of here at a 45-degree angle from the shoulders. You can see that your hips are a little bit low. And then I also want the knees way up here. So this is kind of the idea, is if your knee doesn't move, if you get it closer to the bar, you're gonna have a higher transition finish. You do end up getting your knee really high, but your leg is also quite straight. So your feet are up here and then you're bringing them down. Anything that goes down, like I said, it will continue to try to go downward, and that is not helpful if you're trying to bring part of your body upward. So I want to get into that position and then kip. Yeah. And really all of these kind of look the same. You're jumping up, you got a slight bend in the arms, your upper body is quite vertical instead of leaning down. You're stretching on the front side, your chin's tucked toward your chest like you're doing a toes to bar. You get that angle there. You don't really bend your knees up. Oh, let me give you a hot tip here. What I do look for in this air chair position is, see how your torso's here and your legs are here? That's kind of close to a 90-degree angle. It's not exactly, but yeah, what I want is for you to be here and then this angle here being less than 90 degrees. 90 degrees. And that way, when you kip out of that thing, sorry, your foot looks super big now. When you kip out of this, that knee, just because it comes in a little bit extra close toward your elbows, is gonna have a lot more power from the hip when you extend and you kick outward, because I want you to kick outward, not downward. A lot of things, right? You're just doing a different type of muscle up and it works. I just think it's way harder to do it when you're doing more like a gymnastics hollow swing and then stretch into a big arch. And look, I'll send you a PDF. It's just a picture that I did with Invictus a long time ago. The drawings aren't mine and they're not exactly how I would recommend, That's not my fault. But I want you to look at this PDF, and you'll kind of see the breakdown of the 8 parts. And I think that should help you. Wow, this is a long video. Okay, 10 minutes. Handstand walk. Handstand walk. Let me see. Maybe I can just pull this up. Yeah, here we go. So your handstand walk. Let's watch the video. I'm going to mute it, sorry. Do you see how your hands are straight? So when your hands are in this position, they're facing forward, your wrist does not like leaning this direction. And I heard one of your teammates or co-competitors or something saying like lead with your legs. I highly recommend you don't. I want your body to stay quite vertical here, and I want your shoulders, kind of how they are right now, a little bit over your fingertips, but I want the thumb facing forward and the other fingers facing out to the side. So kind of looks like that from this angle. This is your thumb, okay? So turning the hands out to the side, it's way easier on your wrist, and it allows your shoulder to be able to lean, don't do that. Allows your shoulder to lean past your thumb and keep your body weight on the front side. So if your platform, your hand, is here, give me a pen, there we go. If your hand is here, your wrist or whatever, right, and your fingers are sticking out to the side, we want the shoulder forward in front of the thumb, and that alone, with your body being, you can have this arch, this is fine, okay? Your shape is absolutely fine. But if you're, right now, you're just not going forward because that is preventing you, your fingers being forward. Turn your thumbs so they're facing forward, fingertips out to the side, and then you'll just be, it's like you were trying to drive with the parking brake on or something like that, and it feels like you just released the parking brake. First time, you're gonna be like, holy crap, I have no control. You have control. It just takes a moment because it's new. Let's go ahead and watch the video. It's new, but you will get the hang of it. See, your hands are facing forward. That will stop you every time you're trying to walk forward. If you do a handstand walk and you're walking forward and you want to stop, then turn your hands straight, and that'll help you, step back down. Yes, and if you happen to go up the ramp, by the way, let me just draw this on the, okay, so if you have the ramp, right? Say we get into ramp handstand walks. Turning your hands slightly backward, so your fingers are facing downhill and your shoulders are here and you're going up. I know it looks crazy because your hands are backward, but that actually works quite well too. So a little bit of an arch, and you're looking at the mat. You just turn your hands backward because now you can push with your fingertips, and it'll help promote your uphill transit. And then coming down, you turn your hands forward to slow yourself down, like brakes. Okay, sorry for the long video. I'm gonna just link you on YouTube so you can check it out. I'll leave some links in the not the comments, what do you call it, description. I'll leave you a link if you want to do another trial like this, and maybe want to do the monthly membership. And also, what else do I need to leave you? I need to leave you anything else? Might as well subscribe to the YouTube because I give tips there too. And it should be categorized. Beyond that, we can just communicate through Instagram. All right. Nice to meet you, and have a wonderful day. Sorry for the delay, but it was birthday weekend. She had a great one. Bye.